Sorry.
Oh, I'm so
or actually,
sorry.
you could, yeah, just like that's perfect. You can just say this part again. From there down, yeah. When Glendora.
When Glendora dies, the trust lives on, folks. The trustees, extant, will have to appoint a next generation trustee. So start looking for a 2-year-old. Well, make it a 22-year-old. A living trust incorporates a will. This is very important. Remember this, folks. It incorporates a will, and this is called a pour-over will or a spillover will. And that's exactly what it is. You say in the trust document that if I have forgotten to leave anything to the trust, it is to go to the trust. Anything not mentioned as going to the trust must go to the trust. That's a pour-over will, and that's stated in the trust document. Glendora Franklin Living Trust. Now the name of this is the Glendora Franklin Living Trust for the Preservation of the Pro Se Public Access Newspaper Museum. The bank shortened it to the Glendora Franklin Living Trust, but that's the real name of it. Okay, now here is durable general power of attorney. This is signed by Brad Sachs. It is valid today, and what it says is that Glendora is not to be resuscitated. Glendora is not to have any tubes or machines hooked up to her, and it is by New York State, and it is complete. And I see all those yeses and no's. See, none of that is to be done. And it is notarized, and I chose Brad Sachs to do this.
Okay, if I can.
Progress report on getting a chat with Glendora on public access TV.
I got it.
In Pittsfield.
Progress
is
you turn it off altogether?
Yeah. So now
Donna,
turn it
the
back on.
secretary,
No, if you don't turn it on.
Saturday, 11 o'clock. I got all your messages. That's great news about the door.
Museum door.
And I'm wondering, Andrew has to do some bike stuff on Sunday. So we were talking about it, and Andrew would like to come after the door is built to make the railing. Because the railing, he thinks that the railing needs to be attached to the door to go down the steps, because digging it a hole right into the ground and putting posts will be difficult because that ground is very, very dry and hard. So he's going to hold off and come after.
Museum.
And what I can do is I can bring a ladder and check out the holes on the roof and put some caulking over the holes, because I've done stuff like that around this house, so I can do that.
On camera too.
Okay.
The mayor of Pittsfield, Mr. Roberto, was going to do an interview with me, and it was back in October, wasn't it, Greg? And then they moved it up to November 17th, and yesterday they called and moved it up to December 14th. And then I started telling his secretary, the people that we had videotaped, like the fashion lady, the coffee shop, the YMCA, the radio announcer at the radio station in Pittsfield. And she said, "My goodness, these are all people right in my own community, and I've never seen them on TV before." What's that tell you? Is Pittsfield community doing its job? Somebody comes into town and finds all these stories. And they're such beautiful stories. They're always, again, a dream, a struggle, and a success. You can't ask for better television. And it's local. So, I have to bring this legal proceeding to declare and enforce a right. And the right is public access. They go on their computer and tell about how public access is free speech. But what have they done to this free speech? That is what the gravamen in. First of all, the gravamen, I'll go to small claims court. There's only one thing that you can sue for in small claims court, and that's damages. He has damaged me about $800. We have made 8 trips to Pittsfield. Spent all day there. 8 trips trying to bring this about. And meeting nothing but his resistance. Rick Moon said he would sponsor it. So Norman Shafter says to Rick Moon, "You come down on such and such a date, I'll teach you how to edit." The show doesn't require any editing. It is television ready. All you got to do is put it in your module and play it. Channel 16 module and play it. So Rick goes down there, and Norman Shaffer, he says, "All the editing machines are busy. I'm so sorry. Call me up Wednesday and I'll make a new appointment." He doesn't give him a new appointment then. He has him call him up to make a new appointment. And this has gone on and on and on. He does everything he can to obliterate it. So that will be my gravamen, is that he has cost me $800 damage with his ignorance, with his incompetency, with his prejudice. It's a clear case of prejudice. He just doesn't like Glendora. And his procrastination. He's cost me. All he had to do was over the phone was say, "Yes, get a Pittsfield resident, hand them your tapes and they'll bring them in and we'll play them." Just the way my other 73 TV stations do, just the way Nassau County does, as you just heard, and just the way Victoria's experienced as a program director of MNNN. That's all you have to do. Find somebody who will sign your paper and give them the tapes and they'll take them in. And they'll be cablecasts.
Are you going to go to Pittsfield again?
You have to in small claims.
Well, can you...
Oh, we're going, yes. Greg and I are going Tuesday.
You're going on Tuesday?
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to maybe film it, but...
I would love to have you film it. Is Tuesday too soon for you?
How far is Pittsfield?
It's only 30 miles.
Yeah, it's about 20,
closer-
30 miles.
It's closer than
Closer
Troy.
to me? Is it closer to Troy or closer?
It's the same for you. Maybe it's a little
It's right
closer.
across the Massachusetts
Is it in the
border.
middle? Like of Troy and... No, it's in Massachusetts, so it'd be quicker for me to get there.
All you would do is take Route 66 out of Troy.
So...
You go take Route 66 till you come to
I know
Route
exactly
20.
where it is. Maybe I could meet you guys, go from here, and I'll meet you there. Because I would like to get shots of you guys
Oh,
going
that'd be
in.
lovely.
And maybe, and are you going to go into the public access station? Are you going to go to the office?
Greg, you want to go in? Make a plea again? You have Victoria... And just do it over again, Greg, and say, "I have a TV." Greg has a TV show.
I wouldn't mind transporting over there, but
You don't want to go into the TV show.
well,
Maybe
just
I
as
could
far
film
as
you outside of it.
as far as dealing with the people about
Him again, you don't...
your show.
Surely you're not afraid of him, Greg. You're 6'1".
Well,
How tall is he?
I don't have any problem with anybody really. I
No,
try
you
I
don't.
try not to have any problems with people, but
How tall is he?
I don't know.
About 5'10"? Is
I
he
don't
shorter than
know,
you
but-
were?
I don't know, but I don't know. But
Yeah, well,
What
I'd
do you
love to
do-
have you do it.
What are you gonna do when you
And
go
I'll
there?
take you to the most delicious lunch, the Christian Center, where they gave me all those books. I'll
Okay.
take you, and you'll see what a wonderful thing that is, how they feed 100 poor, hungry people. And you will see me ask those people. I've trained them to say, go onto the television. I've trained them, and I've got videotapes of them. They say, hi, I'm Marion Williams, and I live on something Francis Street, apartment so-and-so. And tonight we're going to bring you a new show, Chat with Glendora, and it's all about people who have a dream, who struggle, and have a success. Here's Glendora. But I didn't dare get in that. I'll take full responsibility for it.
Right, right. Well, when you go to Pittsfield, are you going to film local people, or are you going to go to the center?
I wanted to go see the fella at the radio station and see if he would do an opening and a close. I wanted to go again to see Reverend Bedavides, although that's getting very friction. And then I wanted to go to the Christian Center at 11 o'clock, Vicki, and we have our lunch and we videotape the people. And they always say, is there anybody here who will volunteer and give the blessing?
So maybe what I'll do is I'll follow you following.
Yeah,
other
that would be
people.
great. And then I would like to, they had speakers last Thursday who told about their agencies that help people who need somebody to come in and do housework for them, and come in and help them, and bathe them and feed them. Isn't that a great service?
Yeah,
for poor
that
people?
is.
And they spoke about that. And then and then after, I wanted to go there. Oh, I know what I was. I wanted to go and have breakfast with them. They have served breakfast at 9 o'clock.
Oh, that's nice.
And I wanted you to make that if we could. Greg, can
I
we
will
make
try.
that? Can we make breakfast?
Tuesday, I don't know.
You're coming up.
If I drive up Monday night and sleep sleep here, and we'll be here early Monday, Tuesday.
Okay.
But I can't do that because I have a lot of things to get done that I have no time at home to get things done for my job search at home, and I need to spend time and work focus on that. I have to do that. So.
Well, anyway, can you get
But,
up there so we can have breakfast? Get over there at 9 o'clock so we can have breakfast?
Well, we can see what we can do. So.
Okay, thanks. That's what I wanted to do first. Go have breakfast. And then I wanted to hang around, and I think they do homework for kids, help kids with homework. And then they have little kids that they help. And then comes to lunchtime, and I'll do all that videotaping.
Yeah, I can definitely come for part.
Could you
For
go
part
in?
of it.
Could you go in and meet him? Could you go in and see him?
I don't know. To try to get my own show?
Say, I have a jazz show, it's an hour long, and I want it on in Pittsfield.
Yeah, I won't. I'm not going to bring a video camera in though.
No, but you'll take an audio tape.
Is it the kind of place that you can go right in?
Yeah.
And then I want to get some kind of shots outside of it, but I don't want to take a camera inside.
Oh, you don't?
No. Not this thing. This camera's too intimidating for people, I think.
Yeah, I'm
Especially
scared.
if they're uptight.
Yeah, I'm scared stiff of it.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so you were asking me.
So I'll keep in touch with you because I feel like I have something on Tuesday, but I can't remember what it
No, you can't remember your
is.
book
But during the day, I think it's during the evening, so I think I can do a couple hours during the day. Like we could do the lunch thing, or
You could go with me when I asked Jess Rufo, have you taken your tape in yet?
yeah, that kind of stuff. Because I don't think Pittsfield's very far from me at all.
No. Route 66 goes into
Yeah.
Route 20.
Yeah,
Route
yeah,
20
that's
goes
right.
right.
I go home and figure, because I have this camera until Tuesday. I have to return it at I think
4
I
o'clock.
said 4 o'clock. So, let's see what else I have.
Did you want me to tell you any more about the lawsuit?
Not right now, because I think we'll film it as it happens. But when you are going to start your legal papers, I want to film that.
It's going to be a note.
You
No.
usually do that?
No, but I will write it and then say it on the TV.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. Cool. Well, hopefully it won't have to get to that, but just
I
seems
thought-
ridiculous.
The only way now that I thought for sure if I went to the Christian Center and had somebody say that, well, they open the show and close the show, that they would take it. But now I find out not unless you say, I'm fully responsible. And they even used a new word yesterday in case there's any fallout. Why do they use all these military terms?
Wait, hold on. Can you say that again? Hold on. Let me see.
Let's just say, can I just say one thing? Is that these people, maybe they've seen some of your work or they've seen some of your other shows, online on YouTube or just through communication. They've seen that you've had some issues with other entities and taken action against them, and they're fearful of retribution from you, and they just want to have a disclaimer on camera, so they're not going to be held liable for any problems from any of the content or that goes into the show.
But the shows are sweet shows, as you said.
But they
Well, they're going to get.
at least they want to cover themselves. They're just trying to look to cover themselves. That's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. So.
And so what have they made themselves into a lawsuit?
Yeah, because you're not allowed to edit. They're not allowed to make editorial.
Oh yeah, I want to
control.
bring up that point right now. You know what this could be? In addition to discriminate, Title 47 says that public access shall be administered on a first-come, non-discriminating basis. They are discriminating against me.
For content.
No, I'm not a resident of Pittsfield. Who ever said I had to be a resident of Pittsfield? There is no statutory authority for that. There is no constitutional authority for that. I do not have to be a resident of Pittsfield. But I let them get by with that, and I follow that, and look, it's taken me a year and a half to do it and $800. But listen, I want to tell you something else. In addition to the fact that they cannot make anybody else responsible for my show, because the law says I indemnify the cable operator. I want to tell you something else. This is rank editorial control. They are actually having somebody come on my show and say that at the opening and the close. That is editorial control, 531E. No cable operator shall exercise editorial control over public access. That's the kicker.
So every single episode, they want somebody to say, or they just don't want it on file. Do they want a video on file of the sponsor saying it, or they want the person featured on the show saying they take responsibility?
Either. Now I want to tell you something else. Listen to me, Vic. Public access is a public forum. Title 47 of the United States Code, 4 sentences in it says, public access. We are an electronic soapbox. Victoria and everybody else, if I go to Pittsfield and stand up in the park and say what I have to say, as long as it's constitutionally protected, not obscene and not slanderous, if I go to the park and want to speak, do I have to have a Pittsfield resident come up and say, I'm from Pittsfield and I'm sponsoring Glendora to speak to you? Do I? No. So that's rank violation of the Constitution on 2 accounts: the First Amendment, free speech, and free press. So I will take him to small claims court. And if I don't get my satisfaction there, I will take him to city court, and then I'll take him to county court, and then I'll take him to state court. And if that doesn't work, I will take him to the United States District Court on the basis of 2 things. This is a federal question. Number 1, free speech, free press, but also we're an electronic soapbox. And then I will take him, if I fail there, then I'll take him, or they fail, I will take them to the United States Court of Appeals, the second highest court in the United States, and then I would not hesitate to take them to the Supreme Court of the United States of America. This is a federal question. Furthermore, it's diversity of citizenship. I am a citizen of the state of New York. They are citizens of the state of Massachusetts. So you see, it's a federal lawsuit through and through. I have said what I meant, and I meant what I said. I have tried everything. One more thing I might try. I might go and be with my friends whom I love at the Christian Center and videotape them over and over again, and they're anxious to see themselves on TV. They never will. Anyway, I'll videotape them, and maybe one day I'll show them the show, and I'll say, do you see anything threatening in this show? Isn't it a sweetheart show? Will you go on, and will you say that you will take full responsibility for it? I might try that, and I might find somebody who would. If we could find enemies of Norman, of the TV station, people that they have offended by not putting them on.
Mm-hmm. You could protest out front. The sign.
You can do that too.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, good for you, Victoria. That's terrific. Pittsfield Community TV violates free speech, free press, and the Cable Act of 1984. Constitution and statutes. That's right.
Yeah. See if they don't listen though first.
That's right. But the lawsuit's going to be good. I know exactly what to say.
Can you say that again?
What?
The lawsuit's going to be good.
The lawsuit is going to be mighty effective. They'll try to make you think, oh, go ahead and sue. People have said that. And as Jim Vernon says, you know, people say that to you. And you do sue. And he says, that's so stupid of them. Well, they know you're going to sue them. It's going to be a very good lawsuit. A very good lawsuit. And I guess if they don't follow the statutes, the Constitution, and the Cable Act of 84, then I'm going to have to sue them, and I have to stand up for America. It's not just a chat with Glendora, it's public access, the great institution, the great American institution. You can't let them get away with this, and you can't let them get away by violating the Constitution. Every judge, every lawyer, every clerk has to say, I take an oath to support the Constitution of the United States. Now, you can't sue just anybody on the First Amendment. It has to be what you call a state actor. A state actor is somebody who works for a government, federal, state, or municipal. These people are tied in with the municipal government. They are state actors. So you can sue them on civil rights, which is Title 42, United States Code, 1983. That is violation of civil rights, and civil rights in this case means the First Amendment, speech, press, and Title 47 of the United States Code, no cable operator shall exercise editorial control over public access. We are a forum, designated and traditional.
Amen.
Any other questions, Hudson?
I think that's about it.
No, really? Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
I'm at your disposal. And we're waiting for Gretchen to take this videotape.
What are we going to videotape?
Her recital. She's a piano teacher. And other instruments. She's a grand lady. I admire that woman so much for what she had done for music in Columbia County. She runs a Hudson Valley chorus. They have, 2 concerts a year.
That's nice.
You sure, Victoria?
I have a question, actually. That's kind of on the line of kids.
Oh, that's something I want to tell you. Go ahead.
Why did you and Franklin decide not to have kids?
Okay,
From your
we're
own-
on camera.
Yes.
They're noisy and they're expensive.
And that's the only reason?
And it was a mutual, yeah, it was mutual. And I'll tell you something later. Every mother I talk to is complaining about her children. Every child I talk to is complaining about their parents. And these people are 30 and 40 years old. They do not appreciate each other. Okay, what else?
You said you were going to say something about the
Yeah.
kids?
What I really want to do in Pittsfield, folks, I've done all of these adult shows that are so sweet, so darling. I really want to get into the kids show. The SS Glendora After School Happy Show, where we teach the kids, we play games, and we teach the kids how to count their blessings, we teach them how to have pure thoughts, we teach them to read the Bible, we teach them to sing a hymn, and we teach them a big word. Every program. That's what I really want to do over in Pittsfield.
Yeah, that would be great.
That's what I want to do most. Those kids will remember that all their lives.
Yeah, and they have so much fun when they're on the show.
And don't we have proof and proof positive of that? Of the people who go down the street and say, I remember your show 50 years ago. I was only this big. Here I am 50, 60 years old. I went down to the seniors, did I tell you, and told them 20 jokes?
Yeah. Did they like it?
Yeah. And we also have to get you a tape of,
This one?
no, the jokes that were told at the Folsom.
Oh, yeah. Do you have an extra copy of this one with the guy singing?
Not yet.
Not yet.
It was just made
Because
Tuesday.
you just made it.
Made it Tuesday. You want that one?
Yeah, if you can only if you can make an extra copy.
Well, that's no problem. That's a copy. You're going to get a copy anyhow.
Oh, that's great.
You're going to get all 22 of them. Will that be suffice if you get all 22 of them? You'll also get the seniors telling the jokes. And you'll also get, I use that as an opening, the Folsom jokes, you know, with the live audience of 200. I use that as an opening. Can you get one of the jokes off of there? There's 4 jokes, and I've used it 4 times as an opening. 1 joke, 1 show, 2nd joke, 2nd show, okay?
Yeah, I can do that.
You sure? And Greg, I got to get your, is this your show that doesn't have anything on it?
Yeah. Yeah, this is the one here. I was trying to watch it and nothing came up.
All right over there, honey, with the video stuff. I'll take care of that for you.
But it was on Thursday night show. It was on, and we taped it. We taped it on Wappinger's cable, and I got a chance to watch it, so I did get to see it. So.
Oh, you did get to see it?
Yeah, I did. So it's something.
Victoria, you know it would be a darling videotape?
What?
This happens on Friday. We could make it a different day maybe for you. But Devin comes here and he sits. And look, Victoria, he hands me your knees. Look, Greg. He's handed in 30 of them already. He hands me, and look, Victoria, all addressed, return
Oh my
address.
God.
And inside is the cable system, the date of play, and the number of the show, and Glendora. He labels them.
Wow.
And then he sits there
That's
and
a great